We find out open casket funerals are an outmoded idea in this week's
Initial Thoughts. Part 1. Initial Thoughts. Part 1. Initial Thoughts.
We have a lot to unpack about Discovery Season 4, Episode 4, All Is Possible. As always, we're going to talk directly about the episode, so this is your spoiler warning. The main plot revolves around Tilly, who may have just gone from a regular cast member to a recurring one, in favor of Gray, which is going to get a dislike to start us off today. I didn't realize that the show was making a Harry Kim or Kes Must Leave decision to bring a new regular cast member on board, but Tilly walking away with her rollaway luggage cutting in scenes of Gray and Adira looks pretty final. At least she didn't fall victim to the classic way Star Trek has written a main character out. Tilly's lucky to have escaped the red shirt treatment, I guess. I like bringing back David Cronenberg's character of Kovich to acclimate her to the training survey she's taking these first-year cadets on, and then offering her the academy instructor job that takes her down her choose-to-live new path. Tilly loses her second ship she's given command of in this training cruise gone wrong. She handles losing a cadet under her command very well, sticks to her training, and gets her team out alive. That's another like for Tilly. More than that, through the adversity of being hunted by the bugs from Starship Troopers, getting through ice quicksand and a strong electrical storm, she manages to do some incredibly successful team building, which was the goal of the training mission anyway. Another point for Tilly. This plot feels pretty heavily influenced by DS9's The Ascent, where Quark and Odo also build a rapport on a Class L planet they need to get to high ground to use their transmitter on. Both are excellent character-building plots. However, I'm going to throw a dislike in here for the tentacle jump scare. Totally unnecessary random CGI. A like, though, for her final scene with Burnham that has a few callbacks to the first season episode where they met, Context is for Kings. The B-plot bringing Navarre back into the Federation, and Admiral Vance conveniently gets sick and can't go on the trip, so Burnham and Saru take his place with President Rillick on the negotiation floor. Feels like a small nod to another DS9 callback, Inter Arma Enim Silent Legis, where Admiral Ross becomes conveniently ill for the sake of politics. Anyway, Burnham ends up being instrumental in bridging a final negotiation hurdle by becoming the bridge between the Federation and Navarre, as she's still technically a citizen of that world. Burnham and Saru get a thumbs up for bringing one of the Federation's original founding member worlds back into the fold. Rillick in this one lets a bit of her Cardassian heritage show through, in a bit of a Gul Dukat moment during the negotiations. There just feel like an awful lot of nods to DS9 in this episode, and that's not a bad thing. Over in the C-plot, we have Culber doing more and better counseling in the first few episodes in the role than Deanna Troi in 7 seasons. He first works with Tilly on her issues before her mission, and then with Book. For that, he gets a like, and then him opening up to Book that he's not 100% alright after everything that's happened to him, but he's working through it. That's another big like. Though I'm more concerned for Grudge right now after Book's random comment about her being needy lately. When do we get to see the episode where we find out she's an actual queen trapped in cat form? As for random likes and dislikes, if you've watched my previous reviews on Discovery this season, you know I won't hesitate to sin an intro that goes more than 10 minutes before the opening credits. While we clearly needed to make way for Gray in the budget, or screen budget, or something by getting rid of Tilly, and she needed an episode about her to take her out of the picture, I find it odd that we've made a big deal about Gray coming back this season. He finally gets a body, and we just see him in passing this week. That's a dislike on this one. However, the scene at the end, with him and Adira gives him an awesome snow globe that says all is possible, Seems like the most Star Trek snow globe there could ever be. And why wasn't this available for the holiday season merchandise? Shut up and take my money, Paramount. I would have loved to add this to the ridiculous holiday collection we put out this year. Speaking of which, look for a video from me really soon on the Hallmark Enterprise tree topper and ornaments coming out in the next few days on this channel. One final like for the episode, though. Saru and the Navarre president, Tarina, go for tea at the end, and I get the sense that that's a Ponfar-laden euphemism. I'm kinda surprised we didn't have a D-plot just touching on the season arc anomaly destroying parts of the galaxy. It's only vaguely mentioned as a thing that exists in the episode. I have no idea who the 16 early birds on IMDb are that ranked this one a collective 3.5 are, but I do not agree at all. While I'm sad to see Tilly go, and the rest of this one feels like a political fluff piece, I do find it quite good. There's way too much classic Trek writing and themes here to rank this one higher than the next worst in the franchise that's a clip show put out purely to fill time. Sorry, disco haters, but if this isn't your cup of tea, I don't know what in Star Trek is. Sometimes I feel like the majority of Trekkies watch a select 200 episodes of the franchise and forget the rest exists. That does it for this week. I've been your host, Dustin Wing.